Let's look at what happens when a company grows past its home base. You go from one central office where you can walk the floor to multiple branches operating across different time zones. Suddenly, the information you need to run the company fractures. It scatters into daily manager emails, Slack updates, partner chats, and localized spreadsheets. The trade-off for that growth is a loss of ground-level clarity. As your geographic footprint expands, your ability to see exactly what is shifting in those individual locations drops off sharply. The details getting buried are often the ones that dictate your quarter. A regional manager flags port congestion delaying a medical device shipment, or a local branch is struggling to meet a new EU compliance deadline. Scaling a multi-branch organization creates a massive gap. The network generates a flood of operational data every day, but centralized leadership actually loses awareness of what changed overnight. The standard industry answer to this problem is business intelligence. You build a dashboard to track organizational performance. Dashboards are built to structure data into standardized metrics. They give you a clean, governed way to look back at historical performance and compare how different regions performed last month. But relying entirely on dashboards introduces a critical delay. You hit a barrier called the reporting lag, which directly limits how quickly you can react to emerging problems. This diagram maps the reporting lag. An issue starts at the branch, moves through management, gets processed into dashboard data, and reaches the executive. But as it climbs, the urgent narrative gets stripped out to fit neatly into a spreadsheet cell. Dashboards are highly effective when you need to inspect the current state of the business. But by the time that data is modeled and visualized, it is too late to tell you what matters right now. The divide between a dashboard and an executive intelligence platform starts at the input level. It comes down to the exact type of data each system is willing to accept. Traditional BI requires clean, structured data. It pulls from formal systems of record, operating on predefined metric pipelines. That strict requirement leaves out the messy, unstructured reality of daily operations. The early warning signals you actually need usually live in forwarded emails, free text field updates, and manager narratives. An executive intelligence layer is built to solve that ingestion problem. It captures that raw, unstructured chatter and normalizes it into actionable signals. This schematic shows Section 1 pulling raw metrics, manager updates, and email ingestion. In Section 2, the AI categorizes this noise through normalization and risk assessment, tagging signals by severity, region, and revenue exposure. When you shift your ingestion from clean numbers to AI-filtered daily chatter, you are trading the ability to drill down into historical rows for the ability to immediately recognize threatening patterns before they escalate. Dashboards operate on a pull model. The tool sits there waiting for the executive to log in, apply filters, and pull the information out. That approach creates a heavy time tax. You have to comb through the charts, connect the dots yourself, and figure out which red arrows actually require your attention today. Platforms like Monday CEO Brief flip this dynamic. They operate on a push model. Looking at Section 4 of the interface design, you can see how that intelligence is delivered. It pushes a multimodal brief directly to the CEO, consisting of a written summary and a private 7 a.m. podcast narrated by an AI. The outcome is immediate action readiness. Before your first meeting begins, you are already briefed on overnight risks, trajectory shifts, and priority items without having to dig through a single chart. Pushing intelligence to the executive removes the cognitive load of analysis, but it demands a clear trade-off. You have to trust the AI's ability to synthesize the narrative and score the severity accurately. Deciding between these two tools is a false choice. The goal is to build an operating model where both systems handle the specific tasks they were built for. Traditional BI is still strictly required. You need it to run monthly finance reviews, prepare board packs, and maintain a governed standard for your core metrics. It serves as the baseline of shared truth across the company, ensuring the sales, operations, and finance teams are all managing from the exact same numbers. This fit-for-purpose matrix maps out the separation. While BI handles historical analysis and governed metrics on the left, executive intelligence sits on the right, dedicated to daily briefings, narrative synthesis, and early warnings from your distributed branches. Your dashboards manage the structured reality of the business. Your intelligence platform manages your daily readiness to act on it. In practice, this creates a clean daily workflow. The executive intelligence platform acts as the front door. You start your morning listening to the AI brief to find out exactly what changed overnight. The brief highlights a specific urgent item, say a sudden pricing shift from a competitor in the European market, or a trajectory warning on a major supply chain route. Once the issue is identified and the priority is set, the handoff occurs. You then log into your traditional BI dashboard to drill down into the regional data and investigate the root cause. Layering an AI synthesis engine on top of your existing operational systems compresses the timeline. It takes the delayed, filtered reality of multi-branch reporting and converts it into immediate, actionable preparedness.